My wife admitted to poking holes in my birth protectors and lying about our twins' conception, and now she's pregnant again. I love my daughters more than life itself, but I don't know if I can forgive her for breaking my trust. Posted by you/throwaway Ike67. I have no one to talk to about this. I just want to type it out to make sense of it. My wife, Paige, 35F, and I, 35M, met back in college and have been married for 6 years. Even when we were just good friends, I was always vocal about my indifference toward having children. I wanted to focus on my career and figure myself out before even considering bringing a child into this world. Paige knew this when we started dating, but she slowly worked to ease me into the idea of kids. I knew our values were different, and it's my fault for continuing the relationship, but I loved her so much. She is my best friend and helped me through the worst period of my life. About 2 years into our marriage, Paige became pregnant in what I believed was a freak accident. Obviously, I didn't leave or get angry with her, I just wanted to preface that. I took care of her and supported her throughout the pregnancy. Paige gave birth to my twin baby girls. They are my world, plain and simple. I feel sad and alone even after a short work trip away from them. Paige became a stay-at-home mother, something I was completely fine with. Recently, Paige became pregnant again, intentionally this time, but she started becoming distant and had a look of shame whenever I tried to talk to her or be intimate. I've been trying to be the best husband possible, but she always insists she's fine and tries to distract me by talking about our girls. One evening, I came home from work to find Paige slouched over, crying on our bed. Our daughters were spending the night with my sister, so we were alone. When I approached to comfort her, she started sobbing and apologizing. After I consoled her enough to speak, she confessed that she had poked holes in my protectors when we conceived our twin girls. She didn't try to justify her actions, only said how sorry she was and went on about how she didn't deserve me, the girls, or the baby. She was practically hyperventilating. I consoled her for the sake of the baby, but I was, and still am, incredibly angry. I've been sleeping in the guest room since. I know this is technically SA, but I hate the thought of only seeing my daughters and the baby half the time. Paige hasn't left our room since. I've had to make her dinner after work. She looks so broken, constantly saying she'll move out if that's what I want. She's pregnant, so obviously I don't want that, but I'm still so mad and sad. I still love her. I've known her for a decade and a half. Until now, she has been nothing but loving, supportive, and very transparent with me. I just wanted to type this out and make sure my feelings, which I know are justified, are truly justified. My little girls are the only reason I'm not breaking down and sobbing. I know I'm weak for thinking about forgetting this, but I'm still considering divorcing my wife after the baby is born. Even then, I'd want her to live with me. I know it sounds pathetic. I'm taking the next few days off work. Edit. I'm going to bed. This entire situation is draining. I realize that I need to talk with my wife about this immediately and can't just leave things up in the air. I will also look into getting therapy as soon as possible. Thanks again for your advice. Relevant comments. Commenter 1. Stop making her dinner. She is an adult and can get her own food. She tricked you and lied to you. Regardless of your children, I don't know how you could ever trust her again. Children are a 2-yes decision, and she took that away from you. I wonder what other lies she has told you over the years. You need to seek counseling. Staying in a marriage for the kids ends up hurting the kids, so you need to figure out if you can stay married to someone who will always put themselves before you. OP, sorry. When I say making dinner, I actually meant picking up delivery or pizza most of the time. She's still carrying my baby. I want her to be healthy and fed. Commenter 2, Op should learn how to accept being a father already. OP, I've accepted being a father for 4 years now. It's not like I resent my children or dislike being a father. No matter how my children were conceived, they are still the best things to happen to me. That doesn't mean my wife poking holes in my protector is a good thing, however. Commenter 3, this is definitely beyond Reddit's pay grade. Start looking into therapy. Do not try to navigate this without professional help. Commenter 4, there's absolutely nothing pathetic about being hurt by and still wanting someone you love. People do stupid, horrible things, especially when they're hyper-focused. It sounds like your wife is aware of her betrayal, and she's attempting to take ownership of what she's done. Here's the thing, before you divorce her, think about whether that's what you want. Don't worry about what others expect you to do. If you're willing to forgive her and give her the opportunity to earn your trust back, then that's what you should do. It sounds like you're rightfully pissed off, but it also sounds like you're more concerned with your family and keeping them together. If that's ultimately what you want and you can live with it, then do it. If you know you can't get past it, then make the necessary changes for what you can accept. If it's divorce, it's divorce. My point is that you don't have to leave because you think it's what's expected of you or what you should do. If you leave, make it because it's what you actually want. Also, give it some time before you make a decision. You don't want to decide your future while feeling angry, hurt, and betrayed. I really hope things work out for you. I wish you the best. Update. 3 days later. This is a given, but thank you for taking the time to read and respond to the ramblings of my current situation. From giving me advice to telling me to suck it up, thank you. I'm 100% going to couples therapy with Paige, as well as therapy for myself. She's doing better, not as stressed out as she was before. No, I'm not throwing Paige out of the house while she is 5 months pregnant. She's still being a recluse in our room, which has left me taking over her usual responsibilities. On the bright side, I was able to have a nice outing with my little girls. We saw Moana 2, lol. I guess I'm just here to say that I'm doing fine and will be getting professionals to help us through this. The simple matter of fact is that Paige betrayed me, but I still love her so much. Some people were telling me to DNA test my children, but there have been no signs of any affairs. I don't think I could even handle that kind of news if it were true. Even if we do end up getting divorced, I will never tell our family about what Paige did. She's still the mother of my children, and I don't want my family to think less of her. The same goes for my daughters. I don't want them to think they are the product of something like that, and I especially don't want them to think that I resent them. That's all, I guess. Relevant comments. Does Op want any more kids after number 3? OP, I'm getting a vasectomy. 3 kids is a lot. Commenter, you're being an extremely generous person with this situation. I'm glad you and Paige are doing the work with therapy and trying to bridge this situation. Personally, the fact that your wife is still being a recluse and having you take care of everything at home really grinds my gears. She was the one who wronged you, yet somehow she's acting like the victim and withdrawing from everything. The shoe really should be on the other foot, and she should be the one giving you space to process everything. I do think you need to allow yourself to feel the emotions you want to feel. You seem to be doing the guy thing of focusing outwardly on making sure your girls are taken care of, that the household continues to run, and solving problems as they come up. I'm concerned you're focusing on everyone else to avoid dealing with your own emotions. Eventually, you'll hit a boiling point, and one small thing Paige does, or doesn't do, will set you off, leading you to explode on her. Then, suddenly, you're the angry man yelling at your wife, and you're the bad guy. Don't put yourself in that position.